Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it again, ready to have some fun. We're going to go ahead and kick it off today with Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. Let me let you guys see that bottle. So Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. So obviously when you think of Russell's Reserve, automatically you think of, well, two people, Eddie and Jimmy Russell, just icons in the bourbon industry as a whole. I reviewed, if you think about it, if you kind of go back, this one here, Kentucky Spirits. I reviewed this one a while ago. It was okay, but honestly, it just didn't live up to the hype. And actually, it was a do not buy. It was a do not buy. Now, I will say, I love Wild Turkey products. I mean, they make everything. The 101, the rye. I mean, they make everything, right? Wild Turkey makes a ton of different bourbons and ryes. But what I typically do prefer are the ones with their names on it. Russell's Reserve, right? You got the rye, you have the 10-year bourbon, which is a 90 proof, and then you also have their single barrels, and the single barrels always come in at 110 proof on the dot, right? So that's what we're gonna go ahead and dive into today. This is a 110 proof from my local shop, right? But they have the standard 110 proof, just single barrels out there as well. This just happens to be a 110 proof single barrel that I got at my local shop and is a store pick. So let's go ahead and dive into a little bit, right? So again, you think of Eddie and Jimmy Russell, just icons, and I mean true, straight up icons in the bourbon world. And this is one where, I've enjoyed numerous single barrel Russell Reserve products before. So I'm hoping this time is equally as good. Let me go ahead and pour this real quick. All right. Poured a little bit already into my little, my infinity bottle. So had a chance to let this bad boy air out for a little bit. That is very important, at least for me, for the Bourbon Judge. Any new open bottle that I pop open, I always try to let it air out just for a little bit. And, it's kind of funny is that today I actually wanted to review with you guys the Russell's 13-year. But unfortunately, I was unlucky. No luck with the 13 years. So, I mean, all my sources, they try to come through for me. But unfortunately, I was unlucky. I was not able to get the Russell 13-year. However, hold on. One of my subscribers, we actually ended up becoming good friends as well. My buddy Brian down in North Carolina, Beginning Bourbon, on his YouTube channel. He sent me the Russell's Reserve 13 years. So I am actually going to go ahead and have a pour at the end. And let's just see how similar yet different these two are. We shall see. Thank you, Brian, by the way. I appreciate you, my man. Kudos and shout out to you. All right. Back to Russell's Reserve, the single barrel. So what's similar, what's different about this one versus some of the other ones? So first and foremost, same mash bill, right? For all of Russell's bourbons, they have the same exact mash bill. 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. Again, like I said, their other Russell products are the Russell's Reserve Rye, the Russell's Reserve 10-year, which is aged 10 years, 90 proof. This one here is 110 proof, so a little bit more bold from a flavor perspective, but the age is that typical 8 to 9 year range, so it's not a 10 years, the 8 to 9 year range for this bad boy here. Let's go ahead and get to that color real quick. You guys see that? Very nice, extremely dark, not bad at all. Let's get into the nose. All right, so what I will say about this one, coming in at 110 proof, and this is like it's truly a $50 to $55 bottle, right? $55 bottle all day long. You can find it for the most part at almost any, let's call it, good liquor store. I'm not talking about just any liquor store, but any good liquor store. So you might have to go to 2, maybe 3, but you will find the Russell's Reserve single barrel with a little bit of work and a little bit of effort. You can easily find it. So I will say historically, I do prefer this 110 proof because it's typically a bit more bold than obviously of course than their 90 proof Russell Reserve, or even more bold than this Kentucky Spirit, which comes in at 101 proof. And then obviously, of course, it's a single barrel, just like that one as well. And when you think about it, it obviously sits in a different part of the warehouse, different barrels and so forth. But that extra 9 proof, typically for me personally, it has like a nice little kick to it. But I'm interested to see if this bottle is just as good as all the other ones I've had in the past. Oh man, the nose never disappoints with this bad boy, and I mean it never disappoints. Tons of leather, some burnt brown sugar, some oranges in here as well, just a smidge, not a ton. Yeah, some leather, some some burnt like brown sugar, some oranges, like an orange peel almost in a way, some caramel. Definitely smell the pepper in there as well. Or I'm sorry, the rye. A little peppery, a little spicy. That rye in there, that 13%. All right, I've sniffed the hell out of this bad boy. It is now time to go ahead and enjoy it. Hey, I say this each and every week. Peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you for all the love and support. Do me a couple favors. Hit the like button. Drop me a comment. And please also make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. I appreciate everyone out there. Cheers, everyone. All right. 110 proof. That is tasty. I can't even hold on. I have a horrible poker face. I really do have a horrible poker face. It's pretty bad. Oh man, but hold on. Let me finish this real quick. Wow. Some peanuts on the finish there as well. So everything from the nose transfers to the palate. I love like the leather, like the caramel, the burnt like brown sugar, a little bit like the orange peel, and in the palate, the only thing that was slightly different was that there was a bit of peanuts, but not as much as like a Knob Creek kind of a peanut. Just a little bit of like some very soft peanuts on the finish. Just a smidge. So, $55 bottle. I mean, obviously, this is easily still, it's a buy. Every day, all day, folks. This is one of the best products on the market at $55 or $50 to $55, depending on where you live. Can't beat it. Always great quality product, great quality juice from the nose to the palate to the finish. Always phenomenal. Now, I'm interested to see how similar yet different it is compared to that bad boy. All right. Russell's Reserve 13 year. Brian, my man, I appreciate you, brother, because see that he even poured it right to the top. That is a sign of a good friend who shares good bourbon. My man poured it right to the top. No chintzy pours. Thank you, Brian. Brian and I go back and forth all the time. We always kind of exchange samples and so forth. So I owe him a couple samples, and they will also be right to the top as well. My man. All right. The 13-year Russells. Woo! Couldn't get that beautiful bottle, but that's okay. This is the next best thing. A little 2-ounce pours. Let's see how this bad boy is on the nose. All right. So, the nose is very similar. The nose is actually slightly better on this one. A little bit more, slight more oak in the nose. I mean, it is in the barrel for an extra, what? And this one's like 8 to 9, so call it an extra, 4 to 5 years. So this definitely has a lot more oak in the nose. But all the other notes very similar, right? Traditional Russells like the caramel, like the brown sugar, and so forth. All right. I've nosed this bad boy enough. Cheers, everyone out there. Hopefully, if you haven't had a chance to try the Russell's Reserve 13 year, if you can't get a bottle of it, ask a good friend like my buddy Brian. Cheers. Well, don't everyone reach out to Brian, but you know what I mean. Ask your friends. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That about sums it up right there. No poker face needed, folks. That is amazing. But let me tell you the difference of this one versus this one. Hold on one second. Oh my gosh. Woo! Wow. 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 That is pretty damn good. Two key differences. Number one, way more oak in the nose as well as the palate. And the second thing, the finish is way more, let's just call it well-rounded. The finish is nice and long with this one. This finish is nice and long as well, but eventually it kind of fades away after a couple seconds. This finish, it lasts forever. I mean, it's like there's no drop off at all. In fact, I'm gonna get another little pour because it was that damn good. Just yeah, why not? Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Oh man, wow. Wow, this is really good. Don't get me wrong. But if you are somehow lucky enough to try the 13-year, this is amazing. Really, really good. Definitely a buy. This, just ridiculous. Just literally ridiculous. Hey, folks, peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate everyone out there. Talk to you guys and gals later.